All right. What's going on, everybody? Decided to do a quick live stream. Well, I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here for, as long as I can go. Okay. So I just wanted to do this live stream because I want to talk about a few subjects. Want to talk boxing, want to talk some other things. What's going on, because I can't seem to sleep because people keep fucking waking me up, calling me when I'm trying to sleep. But nevertheless, I do this stream right quick. So, with that being said, let me talk about this subject right quick, and then I'll move on to the next. So, here you have this situation with Kendrick Perkins. At the end of the day, these dudes always fall for it. And I think a lot of these dudes sometimes are not willingly knowing that they're following the waistline and they're letting the media play them up against each other. What's up? And I'm gonna make this very clear. I've said this on several occasions. I'm okay if the NBA don't have a season or they do. Whatever's clever. But the media again is trying to play black men up against each other. Guys like Tracy McGrady, Perkins. Kendrick Perkins is a nobody. At the end of the day, for him to be going in on Kyrie Irving is absurd. A dude that ain't done absolutely nothing in his career can't criticize somebody that's an NBA champion, and that was the number one overall pick a few years back. And then you have Tracy McGrady, a dude who everybody questions. Should he have went to the Hall of Fame on the first ballot? People got to stop falling for this shit, man. People got to stop falling for this shit, man. And then I get irritated with white women like Rachel Nichols sitting up here trying to tell us black men what we need to do. Yeah, shout out to the homie 1LBZ. Rachel Nichols ain't in no position. Black men over the history of time met their demise based off a lie that a white woman told on them. So I don't even want to go that. I don't even want to go that direction. You don't even want to have that conversation with me, because I will go the fuck off. And this is what they do. This is the oldest trick in the book. When you start talking sense, they try to make it look like you ain't got no sense. So now they talking about, oh, well, he said the world was flat. This is what they do. Whenever black men start talking, you know, self-reliance, then people freak out. Hey, what's up? A lot of people don't even know. Now they just put out some reports that the black business took the biggest hit during the pandemic. That a lot of these black businesses won't be able to reopen. So I'm more worried about that. Anytime a dude say, let's get our own, they start to panic. As far as Kyrie go, he need to just be careful. And why would you go play in Florida, where Florida didn't had an outlandish outbreak in, the pandemic? 80,000, 80,000 new cases, 3,000 deaths. And they trying to send them dudes there. You trying to send somebody to Florida, out of all places, the best place they should have did this at, like I said, was Vegas, because Vegas is so hot out there that when you get out in the sun has the best chance of killing the germs off. But they want to go to Orlando, Florida. Okay, so that makes sense. I need somebody to explain that to me. You mean white ball? You mean white ball? Well, Kyrie is under contract, but he said he saved his money. He said he is willing to walk away. He said he is willing to walk away. And I've been calling for this forever. If LeBron get the get the Rona, then all hell is gonna break loose. That's all I got to say. All hell is gonna break loose if LeBron get the Rona. And if LeBron and Giannis get the Rona, all hell is gonna break loose. And that's all I got. And I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it at that. So they might want to rethink Orlando, Florida, playing in a bubble and all that type of shit. But like I said before, they do this all the time. This is what they do. This is the history of what they do to black men when a black man decides to show leadership and he get to the point where he look around and be like, you know what? Maybe it's time to try something different. And like I said, it kind of remind you, like I said, of that scene of an officer and a gentleman. When that sergeant, before he got killed, he said to himself, he said to them white people, said basically, I ain't taking orders from white people no more. You know, he got tired of cooning. He got tired of being a handkerchief head. You know what I'm saying? He said, I ain't taking after what happened after dude like committed suicide because he was too hard on him. He was like, well, you know what? I ain't taking orders from y'all because y'all started this trickle effect. So that's me, that might be what's going on with Kyrie Irving. He having an officer and a gentleman moment. I had it. I had it one day. I woke up and I started to see things different. So some of y'all might not know what I'm talking about. If y'all ain't seen this movie, go see Officer and the Gentleman. That's one of Denzel Washington's early films. So just go watch that movie. You know, that might fly over some of y'all's heads, some of y'all youngsters. So just go watch the movie and you'll understand what I'm saying in regards to Kyrie Irving. What's going on with him for real. This is what I've been saying for the last few years. What I've been saying about dudes like Jay-Z sitting up there begging to be in the presence of dudes like Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell is a nobody. Nah, hey, not now, bro. H, this we doing some real shit here, you know. So we not, not now, bro. But yeah. Um, when you look at when you just look at the overall picture, man, they starting to panic. You get to a point to where you be like, is this necessary? We can do this on our own. Like I said, that's why I've been so tough on Jay-Z and other dudes. Like begging to be in the presence of Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell is a nobody. Roger Goodell is a nobody. Roger Goodell ain't nothing but a lawyer. That's all he is. Roger Goodell ain't nothing but a damn lawyer. Jay-Z should be looking at Roger Goodell like you in my presence. I'm a billionaire. But none of these dudes, they have $1 billion, but they don't think like they got $1 billion. The only person that think like that is MJ. You mean to tell me, like I keep saying, I've been saying this for years, and I can't stand a lot of these people. You mean to tell me that Oprah Winfrey, P Diddy, Jay Z, Kanye West, people that are listed as billionaires, can't take like 200-300 million dollars a piece and start they own football leagues and they own basketball leagues Eventually, the money will come. The sponsorships will come. Okay, they could have been doing it, but Jay Z sitting up there, Kiki and Roger Goodell sitting up talking about we passed kneeling. Okay, well, we came up with a solution, and then you got Stephen A. Smith once again, throwing a monkey wrench in what people trying to do. I heard that shit that he was talking with Steven Jackson, and he was doing exactly what we expected him to do: be a company man. And he trying to say he on the front line. That dude ain't never been on the front line. He ain't never been on the front line. I ain't seen Stephen A. Smith ever show up at a protest. I know one thing for sure. The man was so scared to get out of Oakland a couple of years ago, he got in the wrong Uber. Yeah, I've been saying that. That exactly. Tyler Perry went out and got his own studio. That other movie studios use. Columbia Pictures used his studio to do some scenes for Bad Boys 3 and some other people. The Venom movie. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. He got his own studio. So I'm saying we can't do it. And Tyler Perry seemed to be doing just fine. Like I said, I didn't have my issues with Tyler Perry. Still do. But he is the catalyst for getting your own shit. We don't need the NBA. They need us. And when we stop worrying about what other people think and how other people gonna feel about certain things, the better off we gonna be. You get Stephen A. Smith talking about, well, you protesting, you doing all this protesting. Well, what's the solution? Well, Kyrie Irving came with a solution. Get our own league. Control our own league. Control the money. Control the personnel. For real. These dudes talking about contracts and talking about, well, let's take the $1 billion that you may potentially use in revenue and start police reform and all that type of shit. Why would we sit up there and give and try to fund, reform for the police? That's the government's job. Why the fuck would we give them our hard-earned money to help try to fix them and teach them how to be better police? That don't make any kind of sense. That's not our job. That's not our job to teach the police how to be better police. That's the police job. They supposed to use the money to fund. They supposed to use their funding to do that shit, to properly train these police, do proper background checks. That ain't our damn job. Where these dudes be getting this shit from? Well, it's a story. It's a story behind that. What happened with that? At the end of the day, you still got to try. Of course, they didn't want those dudes to own that type of real estate. That type of real estate. But see, the thing is, the difference between Ice Cube and LL Cool J's deal and Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry put out certain type of content where you have Ice Cube and LL Cool J. You don't know what type of content that they was gonna put out. You look at Ice Cube, who always have been anti-establishment, and then due to the fact that Ice Cube is a practicing Muslim, so they was worried about what type of content he was gonna put out. But at the end of the day, shit, try again. I would just get some partners. I would build shit up, and then I wouldn't even let people know who owned it. You should never let something discourage you. So that's what I'm saying. Nah, they didn't want them to, but they made sure that wasn't gonna happen. You got to understand, they may let one dude like do some shit, but they really start to freak out when they see other people following suit. They'll do something to discourage it. So that's what they did in that case. But at the end of the day, you still got to try. But like I said, what they doing to Kyrie, that's like the oldest media trick in the book. We're gonna play black men up against each other using black men. Oldest trick in the book. And then we gonna use the white mediator, the white woman mediator, the Rachel Nichols of the world, and people like that. That's what they're trying to do. Don't fall for it. That's why I really ain't went in. That's why they saying, "Oh, it's Kyrie Irving. Look at what Kyrie Irving said. He said the earth. I mean, for real. That's what they try to do, and you must not fall for it. You must not fall for it. Now it'll be funny if other people say that's a good idea. Now the problem is you got to wonder would something happen to these dudes? Would these dudes for some reason start having mysterious deaths if they said, okay, well, we gonna get our own league. We gonna distance ourselves from the NBA and these owners. Because if you look at the NBA, it still ain't that much different than the NFL. If you look at the if you look at the NBA, it ain't that much different than the NFL, except you don't see you don't see the racism that you see. It's so visible in the NFL to where you it's just like you can see it. You can see the racism in the air when you talk about the NFL. But the thing is with the NBA, you still only got one black owner. Are good old boys like the NFL. A lot of them do. I believe that the NBA owners had the same thought process as some of the dudes in the NFL. Yep, because I believe James Dolan owned the New York Knicks. I believe he is I'm not even gonna say a borderline. So the thing is, the blatant racism, when you think about it, started with Donald Sterling and his comments. He flat out said racist shit. But then at the same time, you looked over to the NFL, you just looked at their racist practices. So I don't think the NBA owners is that much different than in the NBA, and then I don't think they're that much different than the NFL owners. And the same with baseball. Look at the Boston Red Sox organization. They flat out admitted that the fans was racist, but we already knew that anyway. We already knew the city of Boston was historically racist. The lady that used to own the Cincinnati Reds, Laura Steinbrenner, was a racist too. So that's what I'm saying. Most of these owners are white supremacists. It's just how they reveal or show the world that they white. That's all it come down to. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these owners see these dudes as these brothers as just livestock. They see them as horses. Yeah. Yep. Marge Shot. Yep. She used to own the Cincinnati Reds. That lady was a straight up racist. The players heard her say referring to her players as the N word, the black ones. And then you can see that baseball has racist elements to them because they don't go out of their way to try to recruit black players. So there you have it. None of this shit is new, and this has been going on for years. So at the end of the day, if Kyrie Irving would rather risk, you know what I'm saying, his career for the betterment of the black community, because like I said before, it'll start off bumpy, but at the end of the day, if it's safe, I'll go to a league that's owned by black people. I see the reason why guys like Stephen A. Smith so nervous. First of all, if it'll be bumpy the first year or two, but if they can find a way to maintain and profit off of it or show they can have a high profit margin, investors gonna come, endorsements gonna come. Trust me. One thing that America hates, they hate black ownership to the fullest. They hate it, they despise it. But at the end of the day, we gonna have to find a way to push their asses out the way. We gonna have to. We gonna have to take chances though. Self-reliance and independent is very important to us. We've been conditioned to believe that we can't function without mighty whitey, and we can. We've long been able to prove that we can function without them. They advantage because basically what they done did was they done terrorized us with weaponry, not physical, not not with a physical presence, with like weaponry and all that kind of stuff. That's why they invented guns and all type of shit. Head up, wasn't gonna be no head up. That's how they gained supremacy because they created weapons and stuff to take us down. And it was all, and then when it was us, it was always, with them, they would come in groups. It was always an 8-1 advantage. So yeah, yeah. What's been up with that? I've been wondering what was going on with that Freedom Football League. But yeah, that's the point that I was trying to make. That's the point that I was trying to make. People, it was never about them, being smarter and better than us. What it was them inventing weaponry to basically go in there and impose their will. You really think they created weaponry to intimidate us? So for real, they were never physical. That's all I'm saying. And we got to stop being worried about that because, like I said before, we don't need them. They need us. They need us. They need our dollars. Just think, if we took that $1 trillion that we spend a year and that we give if we put that in our own communities and our own stuff, then you know what I'm saying? They would prosper. Like I said, we've been conditioned to believe that we need their leadership, and we don't. We've been made to feel that we cannot lead. So that's the problem. All right, you guys, I'm out.